food and getting as close to, as I mentioned before, all natural as possible. So as Tina Marie mentioned earlier, one of my big things is how to, like we mentioned, sweet potatoes. How sweet potatoes became a thing for me is because I have an addiction to sugar. But do I really have an addiction to sugar? No, I really have an addiction to the way sugar makes me feel. And that's what most people have. And it's a combination of two things. It's a combination of how it feels on our palates, changing, how food actually tastes for us. And then also, sugar rush has similar effects to caffeine and raising endorphins in the body and all these different types of things. So there's a chemical component to it, and there's also the actual flavor. So sweet potatoes was one of the first things that I started playing with, and I said, hey, if I cook this at 450 degrees and roast them, it actually brings out the natural sugars, and I don't have to add brown sugar to them. I don't have to, one of the big things, especially in Southern cooking, is every time we have a Thanksgiving dinner, the sweet potatoes or the yams are covered with marshmallows and brown sugar or orange juice and made sauce out of it. And so once I started actually just roasting the vegetable on its own, I said, wow, it actually tastes better, and I don't have to add all of this stuff to it. And so that was one of the first things that I played with when I started changing how I ate. And then I started doing the same thing for numerous other things. I started with butternut squash, and then spaghetti squash, and then started spiralizing zucchini to make noodles for pasta. And yes, this is a whole lot of technical stuff that you're probably going, what are you talking about? Or you might have seen an infomercial about a product that did something this. But that's basically where the root of this started for me was, okay, let's play with those foods, because quite often the sugars for me weren't necessarily candy and cakes, although ice cream is a problem. But for me, it was more all the carbohydrates. It was the pasta and a lot of rice. And both sides, I'm half Puerto Rican, so on that side of the family, there's a ton of rice that we eat for everything. It's part of the Latin culture, it's what we do. So I started to say, okay, how can I take out as much of that or change it and still enjoy food and not feel like I'm depriving myself? And so that's what I like to teach people how to do for themselves. Will you skip to the next slide, please? So as I mentioned, I went to San Diego State. I am an entrepreneur besides my real estate business, besides my speaking and coaching business and my meal prep service. I also have a couple of other ventures that I work on, so there's always something going on. I am a certified personal trainer and certified health coach through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. Next slide, please. So a couple things about me. That was before, after, when I lost the weight. And I have a 10-year-old son who actually will be 11 on St. Patrick's Day. And one of the things we do for fitness in our house is we have Just Dance battles with the week. So it's the one thing that we get to do and have fun together. And because he's eaten healthy his entire life, he now gets to play and cook with me in the kitchen. Next slide. So that was me at 24 Hour Fitness. Actually used to be a fitness model for the company, as well as been training some of my clients. And those are a couple of the meals from my meal prep service. Like I said, I like to play with food. So like in the bottom, or excuse me, on the far left, that is a turkey meatloaf that I make with, that is my own sauce, that is not ketchup on there, and roasted butternut squash and asparagus. And then here, that's actually a chicken quesadilla that I did with spinach and picadillo that I made. That has become like one of my clients' favorite meals. Next slide, please. So, as I said, what does eating clean mean? It means do not eat all of the processed ingredients and just eat real food. That is mainly your focus, is how to just eat real food. Next. So, why now? Mainly because, as we've seen, there is a major rise in all of the different diseases that are going on in the world. Diabetes is way more prevalent than it ever was when I was a child, and that's one of the biggest culprits, as well as heart disease. And my client who has lupus, a lot of those things can be controlled, if not eliminated, through just eating real food. as well as natural remedies, which is a whole nother separate talk, but something big that I do in my house. So eating clean is not just for weight management, it is also literally just to help with having a clean lifestyle and really taking control of the different ailments that happen, especially as we get older. I recently sprained my ankle, and a lot of my friends and family were going, Katrina, it's just an ankle sprain. I was like, no, the trainer in me knows that's because I'm not taking care of my core fitness, and I'm not training my hamstrings and my glutes and all of these things like I used to when I was in the gym all the time, because I'm running too many businesses right now. And so even for me, someone who does this all the time, it's like, okay, got to get back to the basics and take care of yourself first. Next. So steps and tools. What are the steps and how to make that happen? First thing is meal planning, which for most people is always the biggest challenge, but really it's once you take the time to do it once, it's something we all pretty much eat for the most part the same things over a 30-day period, with the exception of every now and then going out to eat. For the most part, we all pretty much eat the same thing. So once you plan once, it's pretty much easy to do so over time. And then as far as shopping, knowing exactly where to go, who's going to have the best ingredients, how to do so on a budget. One of the things I had an experience that at one time I was really embarrassed about, but I was really grateful for. But when I lost my real estate business and I lost my house, I got to the point where I had to get food stamps. And I was like, I can't even believe I'm sitting in this office now, and I used to own a $750,000 house. But that experience got me to be able to know that they take that card at Trader Joe's, and that the 99-cent only store actually has a whole produce section in the back that most people don't even know about. And so I was able to take that experience and utilize it to then teach all these people, once I started working with 24-Hour Fitness, that it doesn't matter what your budget is, you can actually eat healthy on a budget. And so it's one of those experiences that I'm so unbelievably grateful for, because I can use it now as education. So it's a matter of shopping just goes, okay, this is how we plan, this is where you start as far as which line of stores. Like I know I'm going to go to Sprouts and Trader Joe's or Costco runs, or so I know what to get from where and how to make that part of your planning and budgeting process. Appliances and gadgets. So one of the big things I teach my clients is the time management aspect of it, which is why it's called Time to Eat Clean. Is once you have the right tools in your kitchen and you know the right cooking methods to use, it's really easy. I can prep meals for, 40 people in about 4 to 5 hours. Granted, I learned some things at culinary school, but which I didn't decide to do until after I started my meal prep service. Good, a whole nother long story. But but all of it really was, hey, if I get my rice cooker going first, and I have a rice cooker that actually has a brown rice button on it, because people always complain about brown rice, 2 things. 1, it takes too long to make, and 2, that they don't like the taste. Taste, eat medium grain, don't eat long grain, it tastes better. And you can try that out by getting the frozen ones at either Trader Joe's or Safeway and try it, see if you like it. And then if so, go to Costco, get the big bag, get the rice cooker, save yourself some money. But then, so I know to get that going first, and then get whatever vegetables I'm roasting, get those in the oven, and then start my protein prep, and then start my vegetables last. And then that's kind of the order of operations to get things going and prep all your meals at once. So I turn it into fun time. I know Sunday mornings I can turn on my Latin jazz music and get in the kitchen and take a few hours and prep all my meals. And so that's what I like to teach my clients, how to do that and how to navigate that world for them, what that looks like. When I mentioned the cooking methods, roasting is huge. Roasting vegetables naturally brings out the sugars in them, especially the starches, the sweet potatoes, red potatoes, squash. And so when you play with those things and then play with flavors that way, you then start to change your palate. And so that's one of the things I get to coach my clients about. And then last thing, prepping. These here are some of the containers that I use for my service, but I also use them for my family as well. My son, that's his lunchbox. Whatever I've cooked for him, he'll take some grilled chicken. He's got his food ready to go. We'll have a pasta salad, or that's what he takes to school. And so when you have all your meals already prepped in the fridge, all you have to do is grab and go. It happened to me last night. My day was packed. If I did not have brown rice, salmon, and green beans sitting in the fridge, I would have ended up at In-N-Out and said, oh, if I just get protein style, then that's kind of doing a little bit better. No, I know better. I know that I don't control whatever oils they use in that meat or whatever is in that sauce or any of those things. So yes, there are a little things you can do when you go out to eat to make it a little bit healthier, but the best thing to do is to have your meal already prepped and ready for you in the fridge. That is it. Any questions? Wow.
Hi, thank you, Katrina.
Yes.
There's a very excellent book by a very excellent writer. Michael Pollan has, one of his books is called Food Rules.
Yes.
I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yes, I have.
He has a term that I really like. It's called edible food-like substances. What is food and what is not? And if it's, one of the rules is if it's served to you through the window of a car, it's not food. It's an edible food-like substance.
Right.
And we have an awful lot of edible food-like substances.
Yes, we do.
And I think when you talk about eating clean, you're talking about getting rid of those non-food and edible food-like substances that
Yes.
aren't really food.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else? Yes.
Do you have a cookbook?
It's coming. I've been telling Tina Marie that for a year, but now everyone. So I had a meal prep service that last May I got to the point where I was doing 300 meals a week and was pulling my hair out. Yes, I had a team assisting me, but also I didn't have the recipes standardized, and so people could tell the difference between when I cooked and everyone else was doing my cooking. So I've taken the rest of the time back, and now I'm weekly doing one recipe a week, getting it standardized. I even drive Lyft sometimes to make extra ready and raise capital for that business, which is fun and a whole nother side conversation. But yeah, so the cookbook, actually, I'm determined it will be out by the summer, and it also will be called Time to Eat Clean.
Can we be on a waiting list for your book?
Absolutely. Yes, maybe that'll motivate me to get it done. Yes.
Those couple meals that you had showing up there, the bottom left, it looked like Spam and bologna. Was that what it was? I'm just
Never.
I mean, that was the one you don't want, right? That's what I mean.
I doubt it. Will you go back one slide, please? Okay, so that is actually turkey bacon,
Oh, okay.
and that is either Trader Joe's or Safeway's turkey bacon, and it has no sodium nitrate and no sodium nitrite in it, and that is huge. Because those preservatives, I had a health coach or a life coach once say to me, because I used to be big into eating salami all the time, to the point to where I put myself in the hospital once.
I stand corrected, because I thought maybe the top meal with that beautiful asparagus and
So
sliced up
this
bacon.
one here,
That's
that
a
is
good one.
actually the meatloaf.
Oh, okay.
So that is a ground turkey meatloaf that I make.
Oh, okay, so the bottom one I thought was the bad one.
Yeah, no, those
No,
are all
no, they're both
different.
good.
Nope,
Okay.
they're all stuff that I cook. That is actually an oatmeal blueberry protein pancake that I make by grounding the oats first.
Looked like bologna, but, or.
No, dare to dream, but no. And I used to eat bologna and cheese and Wonder Bread sandwiches all the time as a child,
Yeah.
but yeah. No.
Yeah. You're not-
Exactly.
You're not old enough to
Can you
say.
finish this bologna story real quick?
Yes, so I used to, a big thing, I love sports. Didn't mention that earlier, but I know it was on the slide. I'm a huge sports fanatic. My dad and I used to watch 49 football every Sunday. God rest their soul. But, so one of our things was eating salami, pickled cheese, Lay's potato chips. That was our thing. A ton of salt. And so as I get older, that becomes comfort food. And I remember I was going through my divorce, which I'm very happy I went through, but it was a very stressful time. And I was eating a lot of that stuff. And my life coach said to me, what are you preserving in your life that you're eating nothing but preservatives? Right. And boy, was that an eye-opener. So I had eaten so much salami that I was in urgent care, and I didn't know that's what it was from. But when they did my blood work, they said, you have a really high level of sodium nitrite in your body. And I happened to see that on the label, and I was like, oh my God, I know exactly what that's from. And so from that, that was, I would say, the catalyst. This was before I started working 24 Hour Fitness, but that would be the catalyst to me realizing that what it means to eat clean. So that would be the first kind of light bulb moment that was kind of just sitting back there in my subconscious. Yes, so that's one of the things when we eat preservatives, what are we preserving in our body? What are we really craving? So, yeah, that's it. Yes.
So now, would you deliver like 5 of those meals or 7 for a week?
Yep.
And then the following week? Okay.
Yeah, so all my clients order for the week, and they either order breakfast, lunch, or dinner, some lunches and dinners, some all 3 meals, and yes, it's their meals for the whole week.
All right, thank you, Katrina.